Once there was a boy named Cy. Cy worked for a mathematician who did the hard math problems for the town merchants. The problem that arose most often was multiplying with fractions.
I need the answer as soon as possible.
Yes, well, let's see. 17 times 11 equals 187. And 34 times 22 equals 748. So, 17 over 22 times 11 over 34 equals 187 748ths.
Is that the answer?
I don't know yet. You want the simplest answer, don't you?
Yes.
Well, then, it will take a while to find out if 187 748ths is the simplest answer. Let me explain. Here's 2/3. Now, everybody knows that if you multiply both the numerator and the denominator by the same non-zero number, say 2, you get an equivalent fraction. Here, 4/6. So, if you can spot a number that divides both the numerator and the denominator of a fraction, in this case 2, we can divide the numerator and denominator by that number and obtain an equivalent fraction, in this case 2/3. So what I have got to do is see if there is any number that divides both 187 and 748 and then divide by it.
When will you be through?
Oh, come back later this afternoon.
That long?
That's the best I can do.
Huh.
Let's see. 2 divides 748, but not 187. Maybe 3 will work? Say, where are all my customers today?
Boss, come quick.
So that's it. Cy, put on the disguise. Go over there and find out what's going on.
Lunchtime. Who are you? Oh, you're the little fellow who works across the street. My name's Mac. What brings you over here?
My boss sent me over here to spy on you and find out why his customers are coming over here.
Oh, well, there's no secret about it. Ask me anything you like.
Why are so many people coming here?
Because we work fast here.
Why do you call this place a factory?
Because we take the common factors out of the numerators and denominators of fractions.
So do we.
Yes, but you do it after you multiply. We do it before, when it's easier. Let me show you what I mean. Now, if you divide 60 by 2, how do you do it?
Just like this. 60 divided by 2 is 30.
But we do it a different way. 60 equals 6 times 10. In other words, 60 has the same factors, 6 and 10. Now, rather than dividing the computed product, 60, by 2, we divide one of these factors, say 6, by 2, and get 3, leaving the other factor alone. We now get a product of 30.
You get 30 both ways.
Right. So rather than divide a big number, we divide one of its factors and compute the new product. In this case, it didn't make much difference, but when the numbers get large, our way is faster.
Could I have divided the other factor, 10, by 2?
Try it and see.
Let's see. 6 I leave alone. Then I divide the factor 10 by 2, which gives me 5. Then 6 times 5 equals 30. It works.
Right. Instead of dividing a large number, you can divide one of the factors and compute the new product.
How does this help you to multiply with fractions?
I'll show you. Let's do this problem. 6 times 2/3. Now, using your way, you say 6 times 2/3 equals 6 times 2 over 3, which equals 12 over 3. There's a common divisor of 3 in both the numerator and denominator, so we can divide both the numerator and denominator by 3 and get an equivalent fraction. 12 divided by 3 equals 4, and 3 divided by 3 equals 1. So 12 over 3 equals 4 over 1, which equals 4. Okay, now here's our way. we say 6 times 2/3 equals 6 times 2 over 3. We'd like to find a common divisor in the numerator and denominator, but we know from what we said before that we can divide the product 6 times 2 by dividing one of its factors and computing the new product. Here, 6 and 3 have the same common divisor, 3. So 6 divided by 3 is 2. 3 divided by 3 is 1. Now, 2 times 2 equals 4. So we get 4 over 1, which is 4.
That's great. Can you show me another one?
Certainly. Here's another problem I was going to start on just before lunch. We know we can divide numerator and denominator by a common divisor and then compute the new product. By the way, somebody around here just got a prize for pointing out that this step isn't needed. We can just work from the original form. Now, we notice a common divisor of 6, so we divide numerator and denominator by 6. 6 into 6 is 1, and 6 into 6 is 1. We also see a common divisor of 7. 7 divided by 7 is 1, and 14 divided by 7 is 2. 1 times 1 is 1, and 1 times 2 is 2. So the answer is 1/2.
That's great. Well, excuse me, Mr. Mack, I gotta go now.
Aha! I've got it. 187 divides both 187 and 748, since 4 times 187 equals 748. So, 187 divided by 187 is 1. 748 divided by 187 is 4, and the answer is 1/4.
But look, sir, you could have done it like this. 11 divided by 11 is 1, and 22 divided by 11 is 2. 17 divided by 17 is 1, and 34 divided by 17 is 2. 1 times 1 is 1, and 2 times 2 is 4, so the answer is 1/4. Mac at Mac's factory showed me how to do it.
What? You take all day to do this, and some kid from Max does it in a few seconds? I'm going to Max from now on.
See what you have done? You have made me look like a fool and lost me a customer. You're fired. Get out of here.
Hey, kid, need a job? I can use a helper. Here's your first job.
What are the common divisors in the numerators and denominators? Multiply the short way.